My name is Jim Estes, and today I'm going to talk about a drill that I think is extremely important for the swing plane. So what I want you to do is, and this, by the way, is going to give you an instant understanding of exactly the feeling you want to have in the golf swing. Take a club. You can put a rod, alignment rod, in the grip, or I'm sorry, in the butt end of the golf club. Take the golf club, turn it like you're going to hold it, and then what I want you to do is take that club, put it right against your left hip, so you're holding both clubs here. Now you've got an alignment rod on the ground and a golf ball, and what I want you to do, getting into your good posture position, your weight over the arches, feel balanced. The insides of the heels are going to be about the width of your hips. Take a swing back, slow motion, and trace with that alignment rod the target line all the way up. The shaft should be parallel to your target line at the top, and then slowly coming down, trace the line. And do this in slow motion. Right into the impact position. So this is a great feedback tool, visual feedback tool for learning the proper swing plane. Go right to your impact position. I encourage you to do this drill in slow motion, and if you have 5 minutes a day, if you do this drill every day, I guarantee you're going to improve your golf swing. So again, I think you'll find this to be extremely helpful. JimEstesGolf.com if you have any questions.
AMM system, which is a more sophisticated 3D system than what I have. Everybody goes into extension. This is flexion, this is extension. So everybody goes into extension as they strike the ball. Nobody hits it like this. With a driver, nothing. Which is interesting. And then I raised my hand. I said, well, what about a short shot? And he said, yeah, you'll see guys that don't go into extension in short shots. But a full driver and full swings, everybody goes into extension. And you'll be able to see this here. Watch your wrist. There. See how it's in extension right there.
That's good though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It should do that. It just shouldn't go into extension before impact.
Right, yeah. I remember that's what we worked on last time.
Right.
Just 'cause
right. And then
that frame's good.
This trace is very interesting because a lot of power hitters back up through the ball. Bubba Watson actually pushes up and backwards, and he gets off the ground. They call it a blackout. His heels are off the ground, and he's jumping up. And that's a power move. So you have, like I said, a very, very short swing. I would say that's too short. That's really, really short. I mean, that would be good if you were playing in the 30-mile-an-hour wind. Now, you've got some down cock, and now you're going to start to see this trace. You're into your left foot right here at 60%, but watch how it changes every frame. Now you went from here to here, so there's that backup move. Now, I mean, that's great for a driver and for power. I don't have a problem with it. I just don't want to see too much head movement, and it's certainly got a lot better there, so that's good. That's not as far down or back as it used to be. So my only thing is, to me, when I look at a tour player and I look at where you're at, I don't see a similarity in terms of the athleticism. I don't think you're maximizing your athletic ability. In other words, like if I look at this, any of these guys, I'm trying to find a face-on view. I mean, that's a way bigger turn. And that, of course, that's a 3-wood. I mean, you know, so that's not the same. But here's a guy that's got a way bigger turn. So I'm just saying.
Shoulder turn, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, you can see his right shoulder there, right? I mean, so, you know, your shoulders are turning, I would say, 70 degrees. I would say they're probably right there. I mean, this is purely a guess. Somewhere around there.
So, I mean, is my arm swing fine? You just want my shoulder turn to be bigger?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. And the other thing is, you know, like from a physics perspective, I don't like to see the head bob side to side very much, or up or down. I think there is some translation, but it's very minimal. With the best players in the world, you don't see very much. I mean, there is some there, you can see it there, but it's very minimal there, and it's very minimal here. So, you know, I just still think we got to keep working on that. Your head's much better, and it's going down and back just a little bit more than I'm comfortable with an iron. So with a shorter iron, you can see he doesn't go into extension with the left wrist very early. His wrist is pretty flat there. And here's another example of a very athletic motion in Matsuyama. You can see that is a very loaded position. I mean, that is just crazy how much coil there is there. Now, I'm not suggesting I can't get there. There's no way. I'm not even close. But, you know, that's something I want to work towards. Because if you think you're hitting it long now, you know, you got another 20 yards. And you can carry 300 if you had a more efficient motion. I think the coil is something, and now I know why you do it. I know why you don't coil as much. It feels like you have more control. And you can see this guy doesn't have a big backswing, but watch the shoulder turn. Okay. Now, if I took a video from behind with my camera over there, I'd be curious to see if you get that much coil.
Definitely don't.
I mean, he's an old fat guy like me. I mean, I'd say he's old. He's 37. Raymond Bell. But, you know, there's a guy that takes it back the same length as you do, basically. So, that's my only concern. I think it's getting a little short. And the propensity to use your hands when you don't turn is very, very high. Because you're going to try to find some power source.
Right.
So anyway, that's improvement though in your head position. And then your pressure trace is pretty interesting. So look at your trace there. You got more weight on your right side at address, Jordan. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and as you take the club away here, you load pretty much into your right side. Now that's, you know, for an 8-iron, that's probably too much.
It's a pitch much.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I would say that's bordering on too much weight to the right. And look where your weight is heel to toe. At the top of your swing, where's your weight heel to toe? Where's your weight at address? It's 50-50 on your left foot, but it's on your right toe. Interesting. So, top of your backswing, you can see there, you're pretty evenly distributed heel to toe at the top of your backswing. You're favoring your right toe a little bit here. 67% of your weight's on your right foot. And then as you transition, you go into your left side. Now you're going to start to back out. The weight's going to start to back up. So that's an interesting trace. So I want you to do some drills where you take a cord and you pull, you rotate. I have one over here.
Yeah,
that thing.
The yellow thing, yeah, I have that.
Yeah.